Today's edition of Creating Connections is powered by AT&T Business Internet, dedicated internet access that allows us to bring the news to you. Manufacturers are innovating at the edge. In fact, they are adopting edge computing tech at a higher rate than the energy, finance, and healthcare sectors. The manufacturing industry isn't typically thought of as the usual target for cyber attacks, but as we continue down the path towards tech transformation, cybersecurity is increasingly important as a priority. Joining us to discuss is Kevin L. Jackson, CEO at GC Global Net and AT&T Influencer. Kevin, what are the advantages of manufacturers implementing edge computing?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on today. Edge computing helps manufacturers increase quality while simultaneously reducing their costs. Operationally, they can also reduce their bandwidth requirements and lower the network latency. Data proximity advantages can also be used to employ artificial intelligence inspection across multiple facilities in a very consistent and cost-effective manner. In fact, these inspection use cases are leading the way across manufacturing. 78% of manufacturing respondents globally are planning or have partially implemented or fully implemented an edge use case.
The manufacturing industry isn't a traditional target for cyber crimes, as we kind of noted a moment ago. How did the supply chain crisis, though, put the manufacturing industry into a bit of the crosshairs, especially with cyber criminals?
Well, as everybody knows, there's been a dramatic shift in workplace locations from the traditional centralized model to a broadly dispersed work from home model. And this has driven a large amount of internal business communications to the internet. Unfortunately, it has also uncovered the industry's complacence in adopting many network technology-enabled efficiencies and the necessary cybersecurity protections. All of this made it easy for cyber criminals to attack endpoint devices and to employ successful ransomware attacks. It also shined a light on the importance of real-time data. This massive supply chain disruption not only highlighted a lack of supply chain visibility, but the industry's inability to respond to changes in customer demand.
So how does manufacturing then prioritize potentially cyber attacks differently than other industries?
Well, as I said, the endpoints and ransomware are really important. 71% of respondents to a recent AT&T Business Edge security report were most concerned about those endpoint device attacks. And the next highest concern was ransomware. These concerns have also driven an increase in cybersecurity investments to secure these edge network investments.
To your point then, the shift to the edge, as it is described, is taking smart manufacturing to a new level. Still, it also amplifies the kind of cyber risk to manufacturers. What are the concerns? How can manufacturers endure kind of the assembly line as it can, hoping that it continues to run smoothly?
Well, smart manufacturing really demands greatly improved supply chain visibility and the ability to sense consumer demand changes. As people always say, supply chain historically has looked to the past to try to plan for the present, but that doesn't work in today's world. You have to really sense what's happening now in order to respond. To reduce risk and to increase efficiency, manufacturers should move their operational technology and their information technology teams together. These two teams have very unique perspectives on security, but each can benefit from a collaborative cybersecurity partnership. So this is critical as the manufacturers move forward to this connected environment.
So then what are the advantages and disadvantages of a dedicated cybersecurity only function in the cloud?
Where cloud-based security enables a broad cross-industry view of the cyber threat environment. This really helps establish a proactive strategy when it comes to protecting an organization's digital assets. It does not, however, identify or address locally unique cybersecurity requirements or business-specific needs. This is where the on-premise cyber expertise is really critical. A proper mix of cloud-based managed services around cybersecurity and in-house cybersecurity expertise is ideal.
The 2022 AT&T Insights report actually found that manufacturers are setting aside as much as 20% of their total edge use budget towards security. How could this affect long-term success?
Well, access to data, really increases visibility and it enables business flexibility and responsiveness. These increased investments in edge computing bodes well for the long-term success of any company leveraging this important technology, especially in the manufacturing industry vertical.
All right, Kevin, really appreciate your time and your insight. Kevin L. Jackson, CEO, GC Global Net and AT&T Influencer. AT&T Business is keeping your business connected with AT&T 5G, fast, reliable, secure. Visit AT&T.com/network services for more information.